What would you do if you knew that you only have 24 hours to live? Some people would not waste any time if this were true. It may not come tomorrow, but at some point, it will be true. Everybody wants to get most out of life, but not everyone is able to do so. Everybody wants to live courageously, fearlessly, and authentically, but not everyone is able to do so. We let fear control our life. But when we face with a question, if today were my last day, I guarantee that you will live courageously, fearlessly, and authentically. Because at that moment, you will no longer let fear control your life. The reason that we need to develop deathbed mentality so that we can be mindful of how we spend our time, so that we can be more efficient with our time. Are you actively working towards what you want? Or do you spend time doing random things that don't matter? Watching TV or Netflix or surfing on social media may feel good, but I'm sure that is not what you would do if today were your last day. Drinking and doing stupid things may feel good in the moment and may help you forget about your daily stress. But I don't think that's what you would do if this were your last day. I don't think you would still complaining about traffic, about your neighbors, about your work, about anything in your life if you knew that you won't live any longer. I don't think that you would stress out over that argument with your friends, with your spouse, with your girlfriend, with your boyfriend. I don't think you still care about that argument anymore if you knew that you won't have much time longer to live. And that's what the beauty when we cultivate deathbed mentality, because it puts everything into perspective. Do what's important and stop doing bullshit things. I guarantee you that if today were your last day, you would totally go out there and ask that girl out that you normally don't do it. Because you let fear control your life. I'm saying it because that's what I do, right? Normally, I see an attractive girl. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. But if I knew that, if this were my last day, I would totally do it. We all have weakness. We are imperfect human beings. We don't take action until we know that, hey, we don't have much time left. Until we know that we don't have anything to lose. I'm sure you will speak your mind. You will speak what in your heart. And when you communicate with others, you will speak confidently, courageously, and authentically. If you knew that you have nothing to lose, if you know that, hey, whatever is happening, happens. Because at this point, you don't care about the outcome anymore. You will act boldly. You will no longer be afraid. No longer afraid of what people react to you, what people think of you. Sometimes you even find it funny about other people's reaction. Because when facing with death, nothing really matters anymore. Really think about it. That argument that you have with your boss, with your spouse, it may feel very stressful in the moment. But when facing with death, you don't have time to actually think about it. You don't have time to think about all the negative feelings. You start focus on what's important and you start valuing the moment. I'm sure if today were your last day, you were totally free to express yourself, express your feelings. You would totally call your parents, call your friends, and let them know how you feel about them that you normally wouldn't do. If today were your last day, would you still want to go to work? Would you still want to study? I highly doubt it. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't study, you shouldn't go to work. But what I'm trying to say is, if today were your last day and you don't want to go to work and you don't want to study, what does it tell you? That's maybe where you currently work at, may not what you are truly passionate about. And what are you studying right now may not what you want to study. Do a minimum study and then spend the rest of your time doing what's important. what truly matters to you. Like I talked about in a previous episode about hard work. Hard work is very important, but you have to put hard work at the right things. At the thing that truly bring you happiness. At the thing that truly bring you fulfillment. Stop hanging out with the people that don't serve you. Stop hanging out with the people that just makes you feel bad about yourself. I guarantee that if today were your last day, you would eliminate all of those people out of your life and hang out with the people that truly matter to you. Have the courage to do the thing that you need to do the thing that help your life growth, to do the thing that help improve your life. The reason that we need to develop deathbed mentality is because when we have plenty of time, we act differently. We won't value time as much as when we have very little. Just imagine that if you have 1 month to complete your homework, you would totally procrastinate until the last minute. Versus if you have only 1 hour right now to complete your homework, you would do it right away. And that's the main point of this message, is to create a sense of urgency. Store value in every minute of your time. If you want to accomplish more big things that are important to you, that you normally procrastinate to do so. In other words, you need to store value in your time and learn to be efficient with it. The point is you want to accomplish more things that are important to you, that you are normally procrastinate to do so. When you know that your time is so important and that you have very limited amount of time, you will start doing the thing that truly bring you happiness. You will want to accomplish more things in life because you want to get more out of this life. But the only way we can do so, when we know that we don't have much time left, that's when we stop procrastinating. You always wanted to travel around the world, to visit some continent in the world. But you always put it in the back of your mind because you tell yourself that you will always have quote unquote tomorrow. That's why it's so important that you do a meaningful work. Either use your time to make great memories with the people that you love, or do purposeful works. The works that actually bring happiness and true meaning to your life. When faced with death, normal fears like fear of rejection or fear of failure no longer matter. We feel totally free to go after what we want. So the question is, how can we carry this mindset on our regular basics? When you no longer let fear control your life, that's when you totally experience your true authentic self, your true natural self. And that's what you want to do at the end of the day, to be your true authentic self. To act in a way that's not affected by anything, to act in a way that aligns with your true self, without worrying about other people's judgment, without worrying about other opinions, without worrying about fear of rejection or fear of failure. Because when you face with death, nothing really matters. It's only you versus you. So the key takeaway for this episode is, you don't really need more time. Don't ask for more time. You don't really need more time. You just need to value your time. Be efficient with your time. Do things that truly bring you inner happiness. And remember what I emphasize here. Inner happiness. Watching Netflix may feel good in the moment, but that doesn't really bring you fulfillment. That doesn't really bring you a meaningful work. It may feel good in the moment, but and then a moment later, you may feel bad about yourself. You may feel pointless because you waste your valuable time. Eliminate wasted activities. And to do this, you need to know what are your goals and what you want to achieve, what you want to accomplish in life. Then examine to see if your daily activity actually add value or actually contribute to your goals. If not, why do you do it? Eliminate it. And last but not least, develop a deathbed mentality is the process that you have to remind yourself daily and ask yourself every time you wake up in the morning, what would I do if today were my last day? Be urgent with your time and take quick action. Because my friend, it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be next week, it may not be next month, but at some point, it will come true. And believe it or not, it will come sooner than later. So start embracing and cultivate deathbed mentality. Use your time wisely and never forget to take massive action. Hey, hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Leave great review just because that will help a lot of people like your beautiful self to find more about my channel. And until next time, thank you.